are jubilant to welcome the keynote speaker, who is the Mahanayak, Mr. Rajesh Hamal. He is going to share his words of wisdom with us. Let's stay to welcome him.
Good morning. Today's chief guest, respected principal, faculty members, and most importantly, students. I can feel the energy. Did you guys have a wonderful time at the Global College? You did? Hope your experience was well. I'm sure you guys are carrying wonderful memories of your stay here. You know, young people always energize me. When I look at young people, the most important thing that I remember and the most important thing that comes into my mind is time. You guys have plenty of time. The wealth that you guys have is time. But it is also extremely important how you spend that time. How do you utilize that time? If you're going to make that time very constructive and productive for yourself, it's going to serve you well and you're going to have a wonderful life forward. But if you're not going to utilize your time, if you're going to waste your time and not make it as productive as you should, then that might be a regretful time in your life. So I'm hoping that you guys will utilize your time and make the best of it. Be productive. I'm sure tomorrow each one of you will be doing one thing or the other in life. No matter what, I am sure it will be productive and you'll be chasing your dreams. Because what is most important is not to do the same thing, but to do something that suits every one of you. Each one of you have a unique talent. Each one of you will be acquiring unique skill and unique knowledge, and you got to spend your life accordingly. So I'm hoping you guys are going to do that. You know, it is extremely difficult, especially nowadays, for that matter forever, to paint a rosy picture of life. I'm not here to paint a rosy picture of life because life is never going to be rosy all the time. Life is going to have its ups and downs. It will always have it. It's not just in this time, but it will always have. It was in the history, it will be in the future, and it will be now as well. So life is going to be with all sorts of challenges and turbulences. You're going to have your low points, you're going to have your high points, and the most important is how you deal with that. How you operate when you're at the low point, and also equally important, how you operate when you're at your high point. That will determine what kind of characters you have. There will always be peaks and valleys. When you are in the valleys, it's important how you deal with it and not succumb to it. And at the same time, when you are at the peak of success, it is also equally important how you deal with that. Because nothing is going to be permanent. Just because you have a success for a moment, it doesn't mean that it will last for a lifetime. So in both situations, in good situation and in bad situation, the most important thing is how you deal with it, how you operate on that time. If you do well in a bad situation, the bad situation will not remain there forever. But if you don't deal with your success well, then the success will not remain there forever as well. So as you go in life, the most important thing is how you deal with every moment, with every situation. Like the way you dealt with your time at Global College. I am sure you made the best of it and dealt it well. And now it is the time for you to go out in the world and deal with other challenges and turbulences. And always remember that life will not be bed of roses. It will never be. And success once acquired will not last you for a lifetime. You might have success in the college, but as you go out in life, you'll have to restart again. You'll have to climb a new mountain altogether. And in order to climb that new mountain, you will need to prepare yourself all over again. You will need to face the new challenges all over again. And it all depends on how you deal with that situation. So my humble request for you guys is always be prepared, always be ready to learn, relearn, because especially in today's world of technology, nothing is permanent and you guys have to be on your toes constantly. Constantly on your toes. You cannot say that I have done a course and it's finished and now I am skillful and I'm prepared for the rest of your life. No, that is not going to be enough. For your entire life, you guys will have to be ready to learn, to acquire knowledge, to move forward, to better yourself on an everyday basis. There will be no time in your life where you can say that I am done, I am finished, now I know everything, I have acquired knowledge. There will be no such point in your life. So be ready for this long road of life, to be ever acquiring knowledge, to ever better yourself, because most important thing is that you should be open and ready to whatever comes in your life. And tomorrow when you go to do something in life, always remember that it is not what you want to be, but why you want to be what you want to be. That is the most important thing. You can always, people always ask each other, like, what you want to be, what is the thing that you want to do? But behind that, the most important factor is you should be able to answer yourself why you want to be what you want to be. So if you get the answer of why you want to be what you want to be, no matter what you do in your life, you'll probably be able to excel in that. Because in life, a person is never important. It's what person does and what person stands for is the most important thing. They will only respect you for what you stand for, what kind of image you have established, what kind of a contribution you have made, and what kind of skills and talents that you have. That is the only way you can get respect. It is never for a person. Never ever think that when you get respect or when you get accolades from other people, never think it's for you. It's only for what you can contribute, what you stand for, and what kind of image that you have managed to establish. So it is never for a person. Never take yourself too seriously, but always take the things that you are doing seriously. Because in life, what I truly believe is that most importantly, life itself has to be taken with extreme seriousness. Because other things, including your profession, might come and go. In a period, if you guys manage to live for 80 years, your profession might be for last, 30 years. Your academics will be for maybe about 15, 16 years. But your life will last you till your last breath. If you live till 80, your life will last you for a long time. So the most important factor in life, the underlying importance, is give importance to your life, to your humanity. So try to be the best human that you can be as long as you live. Because that is the most important thing. As long as your life is here, that is to be taken seriously, and that is to be improved and bettered every day. because knowledge never stops, right? And I'm sure, like if you have an extremely good support system within your family, that is where your courage comes from. If your family has a great support system for what you do, and if you have a surrounding of a nice support system, I'm sure you had a nice support system while you were in your college, at this global college, from your teachers and principals, and that support system is where your courage comes. Because we all need courage. Why are people prepared to have a bungee jump, and why are people prepared to jump out from an aeroplane? Because they know they have a support system. You only jump out of an aeroplane if you have a parachute. You will only jump out from a cliff if you have some kind of support while you're doing your bungee jumping. So that's where your courage comes from. Your support, your family members, your teachers, your mentors. So always hold them in high esteem. Give them importance. Give them respect, because that is where your courage comes from, and that is where your confidence comes from for what you are doing. Because in life, your mentors are important, your teachers are important, your family members are important, and they are the one who help you to build your overall personality. So go out in life. Never think that life is going to be easy. It will never be easy. In each period of life, there will be a good time and there will be a bad time. That is fact of life. Don't you ever think that, it is now such a bad time. Nepal is going through such a turbulent time. The politics is not right. The social, economic system is not right. It is never going to be right. Things are never going to be right. It's not going to be right in my time. It's not going to be right in your time. It's not going to be right in your children's time. It is what you do with your own time is the most important thing. So never wait for good time. It's never going to be good time. It's what you do during the bad time and what you do during the good time will determine where you will head in life. Both the factors matter. The low time matters, the high time matters. Just because you are in a low time, don't think that you should be discouraged, you should be depressed, and you say, this is low time, this is bad time, the situation is not good, maybe I should wait for a better situation. I wish I had another opportunity in my life so I could be better. No. If you're in a low time, how you operate in that low time is the important thing. And if you operate well, from that low time you can go to high time. So life is never going to give you, life is never going to be served to you on a silver platter. Nobody's going to say that here is a comfortable life for you in a silver platter. You guys will have to make the best out of it by your hard work, by your sweat and blood and toil. You need to do the hard work. There is no gain without pain. So that is important. Be ready for that. Don't think life is going to be a cushion, Enjoy the good times in life, but be ready for the bad time. And be ready for the challenges. That is the most important thing. Always prepare yourself to face the most difficult challenges. That's what you should do. The life is all about making yourself strong to face the bad challenges that you will obviously face in your life. So I'm sure you guys will have that in mind, because no matter how much motivation or inspiration that you listen from the outside, the most important thing is the motivation and inspiration that you are able to give to yourself. That is the most important thing. That will be permanent. Other people, motivation and inspiration will only last for some time, as long as you listen to them. But the motivation and inspiration that comes from within yourself, every one of you are capable of motivating yourself. Everyone has that motivation skill. So work on that. Motivate yourself. Be your own motivator. Be your own inspirator, and that will last for you for your whole lifetime. And that is what you will need to go out there. Make sure that you have in your life toolbox to motivate yourself, to inspire yourself, because the outside motivation and inspiration will not last forever. So build in that mechanism within yourself to inspire yourself constantly, you know. Each guys of you are unique. Each guys will have an important place in life. Don't compare yourself to another person. In today's time with Facebook and Insta and whatnot, with TikTok, you know, people intend to imitate each other and try to be like the next person, and they forget about themselves. And the most importantly, what happens with all this social media, what are we doing? We are only presenting ourselves in a very fake manner. You know, we present ourselves in the best of the best manner in the pictures, and the real life, when we look at each other, you know, in a true sense, we may even feel that we don't represent ourselves in the true life the way we represent in the social medias. And that can be a disappointment. So try to be real, don't try to be fake, because most important is not what other people think of you, but what you think of yourself. You know, you might put a glamorous picture in the social media with all kind of apps and filters, and people might be impressed by you, but you know what you look like. You know what your real situation is. And with your real situation and with what you look like, if you are not happy, no matter how happy other people are by looking at you, you will not be satisfied. So the most important thing is make yourself happy, boost your confidence, and be real. And that reality will boost your confidence. All right? So be prepared, guys. Everyone is solo here. Everyone is solo. You know, you will have a support system, but the most important role is your role, each one of yours role. So you guys are solo. Build up that courage, build up that strength, and try to always tell yourself that you're unique, you are one of a kind, and instead of impressing others, always, always, always try to impress yourself. If you're impressed with yourself, that is when your confidence and your true self will come out. So conquer the world, go out there, conquer the world, and do the best that you can, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Global College of Management, Mid Baneshwar. Management studies from +2 to master's level. Phone 4490-021 www.globalcollege.edu.np